Most people think intelligence suddenly disappears. They imagine memory loss, aging, or some dramatic mental decline. But psychology shows something different. Intelligence usually fades quietly, not through one big mistake, but through small daily habits repeated for years. Your brain constantly rewires itself based on how you use it. This ability is called neuroplasticity. The same mechanism that helps you learn new skills can also make your thinking slower if your habits encourage shallow thinking. In simple terms, the brain becomes whatever you train it to be, and many modern habits train it in the wrong direction. Here are 5 very normal habits that psychologists say can slowly weaken your cognitive ability over time. Habit 1. Constantly consuming short-form content. Short videos, endless scrolling, and rapid content switching train your brain to expect constant stimulation. At first, it just feels entertaining, but over time, it changes how your attention system works. Psychologists call this attention fragmentation, where the brain becomes used to processing information in extremely short bursts. When this happens, your ability to focus on complex problems decreases because your brain expects new stimulation every few seconds. Research in cognitive science shows that frequent switching between small pieces of information weakens working memory and deep processing. That means your brain becomes less comfortable with long reading, deep thinking, and complex ideas. The result is a mind that processes quickly, but only on the surface. Habit 2. Avoiding mentally difficult tasks. Your brain grows stronger when it struggles. Solving a difficult problem, learning a new concept, or understanding a complex idea forces neurons to form stronger connections. This process is called cognitive effort, and it is essential for intellectual development. But modern life often encourages the opposite. Instead of thinking through problems, people quickly search for answers. Instead of learning something challenging, they switch to easier entertainment. Psychologists refer to this as cognitive miserliness, the natural tendency of the brain to avoid effort when possible. When this pattern repeats daily, the brain stops exercising its deeper reasoning abilities. Over time, this reduces mental endurance and makes complex thinking feel unusually tiring. Habit 3. Multitasking. Throughout the day, many people believe multitasking is a sign of efficiency, but neuroscience shows that the brain cannot actually perform multiple complex tasks at once. Instead, it rapidly switches between them. Each switch forces the brain to pause, reorient, and reprocess information. This constant shifting uses mental energy and reduces the accuracy of thinking. Studies from cognitive psychology have found that people who frequently multitask perform worse on tests of memory, attention control, and problem-solving ability. Even more surprising, heavy multitaskers become worse at filtering irrelevant information. Their brains become more easily distracted. So the habit that feels productive often trains the brain to lose focus. Habit 4. Chronic sleep deprivation. Sleep is not simply rest for the body. It is active maintenance for the brain. During sleep, the brain clears out metabolic waste that builds up during waking hours. This cleaning process is carried out by the glymphatic system, which becomes highly active while you sleep. Sleep is also the time when memories are stabilized and new information is organized. Without enough sleep, the brain struggles to store what you learn and process complex information. Psychology and neuroscience research consistently shows that chronic sleep deprivation reduces attention span, weakens memory, and slows reasoning ability. Even a few nights of poor sleep can significantly lower cognitive performance. Over time, the effect becomes more noticeable. Habit 5. Letting technology do all the thinking. Modern technology makes life easier, but it also changes how memory works. When people know information is stored on a device, they often make less effort to remember it themselves. Psychologists call this cognitive offloading, where mental tasks are shifted to external tools, like smartphones. Studies have shown that when individuals rely heavily on digital storage, their brains encode less information internally. The brain essentially decides that remembering is unnecessary because the information can be retrieved later. While this makes daily tasks convenient, it also weakens memory formation and recall abilities over time. Your brain gradually becomes less practiced at storing and retrieving knowledge.